is here. How are you, Kate?
I'm great.
So I so worry about your throat now. Ever since that call.
No. It's good. It doesn't hurt. It's just part of the process, I guess.
So, do you feel like you're at full voice at this point?
No, and in fact, Todd and I were just whispering in the corner about this because he has a huge archive of music, and we were kind of going back and forth. And I'm thrilled to play and happy to do it, but it's definitely a little bit. So if you guys don't mind, I don't mind at all. I'm having a great time, but we have some wonderful musicians here too. So
we'll tape this, and we're taping it now, and we can use this one for the box set. And you can in the liner notes you'll put down there.
I knew I could count on you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
You put down like this is I still wasn't at full voice. I remember back then. Oh, it was 2009. So we'll have fun with that. So what do you want to do next? Who's ready to do what?
I think I'm going to play a song called Tulip Song.
Cool.
You know how I feel for you, for you, for you. You know that I'm still in love with you, with you, with you. In fall I planted all those tulips in your yard with all the pieces of my heart. And I'll wait while images of you and me go to seed and fly away. My hands are sticky now from tears sliding down. The salt, how it stings in that little space around. My eyes are closing now. I feel your arms around, around, around me. But I won't wake up in the morning with the toes of the wolf that's meant to serve a warning on your arm. But to me, it's proof of nothing else but your charm. And I don't want anyone but you, anyone but you. And I won't stop ever loving you, ever loving you. In spring you'll see all those tulips in your yard with all the pieces of my heart. And you'll wait, images of you and me go to sea and fly away.
There you go. 100.1 The X. That's Kate Cotter singing live in the studio this afternoon for True Live for Lunch. The big kickoff party, launch party, and concert gala happening tomorrow evening at Sierra Arts Gallery. This is for the Songwriting and Performance Institute here locally because we've got so much talent, and it's time to, I guess, direct the talents a little bit. Right, Chip? Is that essentially what's going on? All right. That's what we're trying to do. Trying to direct talent and make sure that everything is cool with that. All right, so we want to make sure that everybody says hi. Are you going to say anything? No, you're just going to stand around and and hang out. So we're doing like this major shuffle in a studio that's basically the size of a matchbook. Like I was saying before, we've had a lot of people who have done a lot of things in these studios here. There will be let's see, a microphone issue there. Let's kill that. All right, sounds fantastic. So Lisa, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good to see you. So,
Good to be here.
what part do you play in this entire thing?
Well, Eric Stanglin actually called me after he started talking to Chip, and he said, here's something that we want to do for some kids, and we want you to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
And I had worked with Eric previously on a Step to the Stage program at a local music store. And we had a great time working with the kids. And it was really nice to see the kids progress.
Yeah.
That's what I look forward to the most, I think, is seeing the kids when they come in and then seeing what happens in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm. So now, do you get a lot of kids who come in and they have these ideas of, I'm going to be a star and you just watch me kind of thing? And then do they get the realization where, oh, wow, you actually have to work?
Well, you know, I think a lot of kids kind of have that little pipe dream going on.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the kids that we dealt with really had their ears open.
That's cool.
And they were ready to learn.
Mm-hmm. Any of them totally blow your mind where you thought, oh, my gosh, this
there's been a few.
Talented.
There are some really talented kids in this town.
And what do you do when that happens? Do you try to kind of like, direct them in a certain way and say, like, here's what you need to do next?
In that case, we really didn't. We kind of let the kids do exactly what they wanted to do. That program was a little bit different because we were placing the kids in bands. This program is going to focus more on the individual talents of the kids.
Well, very cool. All right, so we have, I guess we everybody but Eric's here, essentially. That's part of this whole thing. So we want to make sure to get Lenny on here. Lenny, how are you? Good to see you.
Hi, how are you?
Good. All right, so we have Todd and Lenny are going to do a song now, and this is also, you guys are all going to be performing tomorrow evening as well, correct? Yes? Yeah. Oh, well, wait a minute. I killed you. Let's see. Now we got everything.
Hello, radio listeners.
There he is, Todd
Yes.
South, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll all be there tomorrow night. Hey, something that hasn't been mentioned about the launch party tomorrow night, it has free food and beverage.
Oh, that's very important.
Free food and beverage. Bring the kids.
We got it all going on at the launch party tomorrow evening.
I just need to note that because, we're all musicians, and free food is a really important thing to musicians.
So tomorrow you will not be starving musicians. You'll actually be fed musicians.
Thank God we'll be fed tomorrow.
So, Todd, how long have you been at this?
I'm 40, and I've been doing it since I was 5.
Wow. So really 35 years.
Yeah.
Was there a time where you thought, like one of these days, man, the Stones are going to be opening for me?
Yeah, when I was about 18. I thought that, yes.
And then at what point did you say to yourself, I like this, I can do this, to a certain degree, but perhaps I'm not going to be, Van Morrison?
When my second child was born.
That's when it kind of hit you.
I had to get a real job.
But it's not so bad, though, so long as I guess you have that realization that, you're talented, you're good at what you do, and then you have enough other people around you to, to I guess, encourage you in what you're doing.
Yeah. In fact, that's one of the most important things, actually.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we're trying to focus on and encourage is parents' involvement in their children's music.
Mm-hmm.
All too often, as I think Chip kind of touched on, parents will actually, if a parent themselves isn't musical, they'll have a kid who's, showing an interest or has talent, and they're just at a loss how to support them.
Right.
And so we're trying to do some things that'll help those parents figure out what to do. And I had a lot of support as a child. Both my parents were musical. I kind of lucked out there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And yeah, that's the thing too. There are a lot of people out there who will take your money because we get bands who ask us, local bands who ask us, well, how do you get on the radio and what do you do? And should I give this promoter all this money and do all this kind of stuff? And I immediately tell them, don't do any of that. Like look at all your options, decide what your goal is, where you want to be, and then work from there. And because if you could throw money at anything, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get where you want to be.
Well, another thing we feel strongly about, and I think Grace really touched on, is it all begins with your art.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't spend the time on your art and, and really express yourself, it doesn't matter how many promoters and how much money and everything else.
Right.
If you want to be a true singer-songwriter who's really expressing himself, it all starts with the art.
Yeah. And, but then there is the business aspect of it.
There is the business.
I always marvel at somebody like Ani DeFranco and see, that she can essentially go from being, a one-person, singer-songwriter kind of doing her thing and hanging around up there. And she now employs 40 people in her company, and that's basically just her entire company.
Yeah, she's an inspiration to us all.
Yeah, so, it can be done. There aren't a lot of Ani DeFrancos out there, but there can be more Ani DeFrancos out there, so.
Well, a friend of ours, Amber Rubarth, who has gone from playing coffee houses to touring the world, recently told me, I asked her how she does it, how she maintains all her schedule and everything else, and she said, I don't sleep.
Well, but a lot of that, while that's amusing, if you have to do all the stuff involved in booking yourself, getting yourself recorded, to keeping up with your mailing list, fulfilling all of your obligations as far as people doing mail order. There's a lot of jobs in that. And if the higher the volume, the busier you are.
Yeah, it gets to a point where, no man is an island.